Welcome back to the channel, and today we have a world record holder with the IVECO eDaily. Some phenomenal towing capability, great space in the back, the ability to have different battery sizes depending on what your business needs. We're going to have a look around the outside, the inside, and take it out for a drive. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. And if you're interested in all electric vans, there's a playlist on the channel. You can go along and have a look at pretty much everyone that's in the marketplace. So let's get into it. Nevo's thrilled to announce that we're launching Ireland's first ever electric vehicle show in partnership with Bank of Ireland on Saturday the 17th of February 2024 in the RDS in Dublin. On the day, view more than 20 EV manufacturer brands showcasing their latest models and technology, chat to industry experts from finance, insurance, home and public charging, alternative e-mobility solutions and much more. Whether you're looking to make the switch now or starting to think about driving electric, we'll help you make the right decision. Visit Nevo.ie today to learn more and register for your free ticket. So let's have a look around the outside of the eDaily first. Pretty similar to the regular daily from IVECO. And IVECO would have been known and is known for being in the large truck business. And what they've done is they've come down into the light commercial vehicle. Not that there's much light about this van, but it is the ability of going from big to small rather than car manufacturers looking to get into the van space. IVECO has that history and legacy. Italian company, IVECO stands for Industrial Vehicle Company, and one of an amalgamation of 5 different companies, one of them being Fiat. And so the daily would be very strong on the continent, but just not as well known in the UK and Ireland. Hopefully videos like this will show the benefits of the eDaily happening. So I'll start off at the front. You can see it is a towing world record holder. So the towing capability, and it is around the back, but we'll mention it now, is 3.5 tonne. Nothing, and no other electric van comes even close to my knowledge, but the towing world record was for 153.58 tonnes. I'll stick a link down in the description for the video. You can see exactly how they achieved it. So you can see the little dogtail area up at the top. You have your windscreen, that there's an option of getting that heated if you want, and you've got your large bonnet here with the new IVECO logo actually, and there's a nice, very modern look to it. That's not just on the new electric version, that's across all of the range. You've got your LED lights. This is business trim, so you're going to get your fog lights as well. You've got your bumpers all the way around, all about being rugged and commercial. You've got your step up, and then you've got your charging port here. AC, it has 11 kilowatt, and then on DC, depending on the batteries that you go for, and you can have 1, 2 or 3 different battery packs. They're 37 kilowatt hours each. On the single battery, it is a DC of 40 kilowatt hour, and then on the 2 or more packs, it's a DC of 80 kilowatt hour. Standard on the AC, it is 11 kilowatt, but there is an optional 22 kilowatt if you want as well, and you can also have a little indicator light here as to what the state of charge on the battery is. I'm going to open the bonnet so you can see exactly what's in underneath there. Some people like to know if there is a frunk or not. So in underneath here somewhere is the release. Oh, I had an awful job trying to find it earlier on. Oh, here it is. There it is. And then there is a release down here as well. And you can see some space in there if you wanted to put an aftermarket storage for your cables. Some people like to put their cables in underneath the bonnet. But yeah, nice big size windscreen. Good big bonnet on the front windows, LED headlights. Moving down on the side then, you've got 16-inch steelies. They are Continentals 235/65 16s. And you can see, because IVECO has that truck history, it is a ladder frame chassis, and so it does sit a small bit higher, but it's in underneath here where the battery packs go. 1, 2, 3, and in model year 24 there's actually going to be a 4 battery pack option. With that model year 4 as well, with that 4 battery pack option, you have the ability of having charging port on the front, which suits some, but also having it on the side as well if you need it, just with regards to where the charging infrastructure is located. On the side you have the length 335 and then the electric, and that blue anodized large wind mirror, door mirror with your indicator built in. That's heated, and again, because it's business trim and electrically adjusted. Good big long side. You can see where the traditional wet fuels would go. Comes in a huge different varieties, and all depending on what you need. Sliding door. Huge big size. And so this goes all the way up to 7.2 tons with the box body. You can get tippers, you can get minivan. I'll put some B-roll in here now as I'm chatting. You can see here just the space for deliveries, because it can take the weight as well. It can go up to 20 cubic meters in the rear and 7.5 ton box body. Depending on your batteries then will dictate what your payload will be. Also, you've got to remember what your licenses are. You've got your grab handle there. It's a lower body than some of its competitors like the 4E Transit. So it's a half step up and then you're straight in. There's no need for another step coming out on the bottom here like others. You've got a small bit of storage up inside. And you can see I'm 6'2", 188 centimeters, and I still have, serious space. LED lights, you've got your lashing points. This one has been kitted out in partnership with a company over here in the UK called Legend. I'll have a look at the logo now when it comes back. But they've done lightweight, it's not wood, and it's all about saving weight for shelving, etc. So that floor as well as a lightweight flooring for the paneling of it. So down. So yeah, good long size, but so you can get this in that super long version if you need it. On the rear, you've got your high level brake lamp, reversing camera is standard. You've got your new IVECO badging, and you've got the personalised license plate EV23 van, and then you've got that new logo, the eDaily, and just the blue anodized D. You've got your halogen lights in the rear, and the reason I was asking about that is why they're not LED. They're finding that this is where, if there's going to be an accident, the rear quarter panels are sometimes the places where it does happen, and so the replacement costs, and when they're halogen, it just makes financial sense. Big door, doesn't have the restrainer on it, but you can open it with that hinge, and you can get it with that hinge as an optional extra. That hinge goes all the way around and then magnetizes on the side, but that's how wide it goes on this side. And you can stay there at 90 degrees as well. So you can see how the hinges are holding it there. You've got the step up into the back. You've got that towing. Now this is the van that did the world record. So in the video that is down below and on the screen at the moment, this is the van that actually did this. The only change, it's a standard van. There isn't anything different about it. The only thing they had to change was the towing bar. This wouldn't be fit for 153 tons. So they had to just add a different bar to it, but it didn't make any difference to the actual, the van itself. And so this can take up to 3.5 ton. It can go at a 30-degree incline, guaranteed start. And as I said, this can go to 20 cubic meters, depending on what you need for your business, with different battery packs in it as well. That's the outside of the IVECO eDaily. Let's have a look around the other side. You can get it in twin sliding doors, depending on, again, your configurations are so much different configurations that you can get for your business. So talk to a local IVECO dealer. In Ireland, we have the one Emerald truck and van in Dublin, but there is service centres all the way around the country. We are getting business trim only, and this is a designator as to what the trim level is in the IVECO world. So let's have a look. We have your electrically adjusted door mirrors. You've got your up and down on your mirrors either side, left and right. Great big size, great big visibility. You've got your pockets here. And everything is made for robustness. More pockets in underneath here. Here are some of the differences between it and the e-Transit and the Maxus eDeliver 9. The warranty is for the same amount of years, but for longer miles. Battery usability, again, carrying a big battery and not being able to use it all. So it's 95% on the IVECO versus around 90 on the 4E Transit and the Maxus eDeliver 9. State of health, if it goes below 80% in 8 years, IVECO will replace it. You can go up to 22 as an optional, but it's standard, it's 11. It's the same as the Ford. Maxus eDeliver 9 to 7.4. Towing, look at that, look at the difference there. 3.5 ton, that's what IVECO dailies are known for, being rugged and getting out there. The electric PTO is another thing that they can offer. They can have a 2.5 and also a 15 kilowatt ePTO and a 15 kilowatt mechanical ePTO. The other two only give it in 2.4s. So this means you can run refrigerators, you can run hydraulic lifts, high abs, etc., etc. Payload of max 4.6 tonne. You can see again comparing to the others. Max cargo 19.6, sorry I said 20, it's 19.6 cubic meters. And then the number of different wheelbases that it's offering, everything from 3 meters all the way up to 4.7 meters. So just the differences in it and the configurability there. It's built to order. Then you have the high adaptive seats, and these are memory foam seats. And again, thinking about driver welfare and whether you're driving yourself or not. And this one has the optional pneumatic seat, so it jumps up and down as you're driving along. I'll give it a better when I'm actually sitting in it. Grab handle up here. So let me have a little seat inside. Get me key so I can talk about it. So it's a regular key, and you stick it in. So you've got storage here, you've got more storage here as well, and this is where USB Type A, and then an auxiliary in, and you put your phone there. It has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, but I'll run through the steering wheel first. I can actually see, go the other way, Derek, but you can, scientific. I know, scientific. So on the actual steering wheel itself, on the left-hand side, you've got your voice and phone and volume. And then on the right-hand side, you have the cruise control, distance to car in front, speed limiter, etc. And then above it, on the stalks, and it's really nice quality lights on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side, you've got your wipers, automatic lights and automatic wipers on this vehicle. And the steering wheel is reach and rake, in and out, up and down. So, storage in here, cup holder, close the door. Then we've got your electronic handbrake. You've got your modes and you've got your drive selector. Foot on the brake. You can see the configuration there. Let's unlock the steering lock. There, you can see it all lighting up there now. So a little digital screen in the middle and then analog either side. So your power reserve on this side. And then on the left-hand side, you have the your speed. Press brake to crank. And then it's ready. Bottom right-hand corner here. And then you can have your speedometer. This is in miles because I'm in the UK today, but it does obviously come in in kilometers. You got your battery level or power reserve, seatbelt on or off, etc., etc., and what mode you're in. And with the different modes, I'll swap it down here. Up for sport, everything turns red. Down for normal, and then down green then for eco. And so the dash color changes, but also the little light here above the mode selector, normal for blue, red for, and it defaults as standard to normal, but you can actually software lock it. So if you're running a business and you want it in eco mode all the time, you can software lock it to eco mode to eke as much range out of the vehicle as possible. So you've got your park on the top, and then there's a trigger at the back of it here, and that will allow you then to change it to drive, reverse, and you can see the reversing camera there. Good definition on that screen as well, and then push in for park. Handbrake is on. So up on the top then you've got city mode, and we'll talk about that when we're out driving. Just lightens up the steering wheel. You've got your traction control, your hill descent, your hazard lights, your poor weather lights, your lights beam depending on the weight in the back, up or down, and then locking your cargo doors, your center locking, etc. Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, as I mentioned, you can see all here. The range at 93% is 191. And so depending on the different battery configurations, and it's difficult to talk about the different ranges, but everything from one battery giving you over WLTP of 120 kilometer range, all the way up to 3 batteries giving you 300 kilometer range, and everything in between. There's like 4 or 5 different versions. Urban, it'll do, they reckon, WLTP on the urban cycle, it'll do 400 kilometers worth of range. So all of these things will need to be considered and done with load in the back, etc., and specific to your business. So you've got media, you've got radio, you've got your different apps, you've got your back camera that you can engage with even when you're not in reverse, and then you've got your vehicle status then as well. You can select and browse, you can go back, and then you can mute and volume. So physical buttons for the media control. Then down here you've got your automatic climate control, you've got your temperature, you've got your whether it's on or off, air conditioning, demister, fan up or down, sorry, this is the position and the direction of the fan, and then this is the actual fan speed itself. So nice, tactile, up and easy to do. Lane assist, you have your heated wind mirrors, and then your schedule and your lock for the actual driver itself. Charging cable, more storage. Yeah, good. And you've got storage in under each of the seats, so each of the seats can be pulled up separately, and storage in underneath there. You can see the charging cable is underneath that one. You can click this one up as well, and you can open up full access to it. So the ability to have that access. What I like about it as well is it also has this nice height as well, so you still can put stuff underneath here. You've got like a work table or somewhere to have your lunch, and then the ability, it's a clipboard, and then in underneath here, one-handed, oh yeah, if you wanted to store other stuff, it's kind of like a little secret storage area in underneath there. Driver gets an armrest. We'll talk about that when we're out for a drive. And you've got in the head unit, you've got your lights, and up here in the head unit then you also have the ability to have Alexa. It's not connected on this vehicle, but you can start asking it, and it's connected to the IVECO app, and they have a specific app on the Alexa store. No mirrors, no lights. So yeah, that is the IVECO eDaily. Let's have a look on the inside. Or sorry, let's take it out for a drive. What's it like driving the IVECO eDaily? And if you want to take one out for a test drive, head over to Nevo.ie and you can see your local IVECO dealer and also book your test drive. The traditional key, foot in the brake, crank it on, and the dash engages, and then it says crank more. Make sure you get the ready sign down in the bottom right hand corner. Seatbelt on. Got my little armrest, which is great. Also a little grab handle here beside on the edge of the passenger seat. I love the pneumatic seat, and there's a big knob at the front of it so that you can increase or decrease the pressure on that. Handbrake off, trigger, and then down to D. Because it's a rear wheel drive, there's a serious turning circle on it. There's a couple of turns when you can lock it. It's super maneuverable for such a large electric van. Just because there isn't any gubbins in underneath blocking the wheels, locking as much as they could, and so driving it around. It defaults to city mode when you turn it on, so it's light steering. Visibility is great. It's got the 2-stack blind spot mirrors, and you can get an optional camera rear view as well if you want that, but you can engage the camera mode on this anyway. Super smooth, super quiet. Very good. That seat. And as much as you don't think, that looks like a nice smooth road. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So we're going to take it on some country roads. That pickup is phenomenal. I'm in normal mode there. I can only imagine what power mode it is, not sport. But again, you can default it that it doesn't go into that it stays in eco mode. Now it's got a large empty box body in the back there now, so there's a small bit of drumming going on just because there isn't any load in it. Not bad though, I don't have to shout. And I can feel the road, and it's in the undulations, potholes as well. Brakes are decent. It's got a couple of regeneration levels. It has sail mode, and it's on you pop the gear selector over on the left, and then you can bring it down, and that's one pedal drive, so that's heavy regeneration. And they call it one pedal drive, but really it's not one pedal drive. It won't bring you to a complete stop, but it is heavy regen, and you can see on the dash exactly how much energy is going back into the battery, and then you can pop it up to normal. And then after that, then you can bring it up to what they call sailing, which is freewheel mode. So for your motorway, national primary routes, if you want to keep that momentum going, you keep it on sail mode. But for urban living, there's a pheasant. Des will be happy with that. 2 pheasants. Oh, easy girls, easy. Right across in front of me. Brakes tested out there. And so bring it back into normal mode. And then over. Lovely. It doesn't feel like a big van when you're driving it. The seating position is great. They're very comfortable seats with that memory foam. It's the first light commercial vehicle on the market with memory foam seats. And so it's very much about the comfort of the driver. Whether it's a he or she or whoever it is, between the pneumatic, the memory foam, the smooth driving, it's all about that driver welfare and seeing what it's like to make sure that they're able to do their job. Optional extras are the heated windscreen and the likes of a heated seat as well, but with the air conditioning, and it's a sealed off cab, it's not bad at all. Steering wheel, good size, and the fact that it's got multifunction buttons on it. What the IVECO UK and Ireland have done is they've gone with that business trim, and so with that business trim then they're spec'd fairly high. Some markets have a lower trim, but we don't have that in right-hand drive. Oh, yeah. You could see me letting that car out there. I don't know what road I'm after going on here outside Reading, but it is a single lane, country lane, and I'm looking to get back onto something a bit more substantial with a line down the middle of it. But anyway, we will keep going until we get to a bigger road. But yeah, no problem maneuvering it there and reversing and using the cameras and the mirrors. Very good. It's so smooth. Beautiful. And the power. So the single battery is a 100 kilowatt motor giving 134 horsepower and 300 newton meters of torque. And then for the 2 and 3 batteries, it's a 140 kilowatt motor on the rear axle giving 188 horsepower and 400 newton meters of torque. Yeah, the driving display is good. I can't get over that seat. A pneumatic seat is just taking it all out, and I'm just sailing over all of those bumps. With the standing water there, no bother to it. Absolutely no problem. And there is that app integration with Alexa so that you can ask it about route planning, you can ask it about nearest charger. Very good. Excellent. If you're in the market for something like this, I definitely want to put on the list. It's something that I hadn't covered on the channel before, and I had a bit of chasing to try and get over to the UK to get it. But I'm glad it's here. I'm here now because I did see it last year at the IAA in Hanover on the IVECO stand. A good friend of mine, Jana, in the Czech Republic, used to work for IVECO, so I was onto her straight away, and she put me in touch with the team in the UK, and I saw them briefly at the CV show. But we got here eventually, and it's great to get it covered on the channel because there's a large playlist. I'll stick the link up on the screen and in the description if you're interested in electric vans, and there's more and more coming on every single day. So seating is good, visibility is good, braking is good, acceleration is good. Yeah, lovely. Very nice, very capable, very comfortable, nice and quiet. Good turning circle like we talked about at the very beginning. Yeah, it's nice. Should do well. And you can see why it does so well on the continent. And in the past, IVECO didn't have a very good name. I'm told it was before I started doing electric vehicles, but because it has that chassis ladder frame, the ability to put in batteries or take out batteries. So you may buy this van and have 2 batteries in it. You might change your route, or your business might change, and you might only need 1 battery. In a 2-hour window, you can bring this along to your sales and service center, and they can actually remove a battery. And vice versa, like in reverse, you can actually take it and go, I need more range, and put a battery into it in 2 hours. And so that use of life, that circular economy, not having to swap out vans just because you change your business or your contract might have changed, you can put in more batteries. Now with more batteries, it means less payload, so just be conscious of that. But talk to your IVECO dealer and see what's right for you, what would work, what could work. Hopefully you've enjoyed my first look and first drive of the IVECO eDaily. Make sure you drop a comment below and let me know what you think. If you like this type of video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and share and hit the like button. And remember, if you think an EV is for you, leave it to me and I'll review. Thank you very much for watching.